Sure that the art of omelette making is much harder than it looks. Now here's something much more appetising. Tristan Welch's salt marsh lamb with sea herbs. What are we cooking then? Very seasonal, this dish.
Salt marsh lamb. It's at its best right now.
Right, OK. And we're going to do that with the crust. Now the crust is... This is a lot of salt going in here, so just be aware of that. This is flour, salt, egg white and water.
Yeah, it's only just to cook the lamb.
Right.
So we're basically covering it round. It's a nice salty steam in there. So it's like, yeah, a fair amount of salt in it, though.
Now, tell us about salt marsh lamb, then, in particular the cut that you're using.
It's fantastic. Well, it's lamb that's reared on the coastline of the estuaries and stuff like that. And what it does is it grazes upon some of these wonderful herbs that we're going to cook it with here.
Yeah.
We've got sea aster here, which is a little bit like samphire and spinach sort of cross. We've got sea purslane. Which
I've used this stuff before. It's great with fish as well, isn't it?
Yes, it's perfect with fish. I mean, this really is a great... You could do this whole dish with fish, but because the lamb is reared along the coastline, along the sort of the estuaries, it's got a great sort of feel to it still.
Yeah.
And then, of course, sea beets, which is very much like spinach. It's got a slight salty taste. We've got the epicure potatoes, which grow best right next to the sea in the sandy sort of soils, and then wild salt, which to finish it off.
Okay.
Right, I'm running behind. I need to get me lamb
I need to get this pastry in as well. So what we're going to do is get the pastry in.
No seasoning on the lamb shoulder, by the way. When we do, we're just going to colour it off a little bit.
So the flour's going in. There you go. In with the egg whites. That goes in.
Yeah.
And then check out the salt. This is the salt. Salt's going to go in.
But funnily enough, I can guarantee you it won't be that salty when it comes to actually eating the lamb.
But you're using this as a crust, aren't you? Really?
It's just the crust. It's just the crust.
But
just
you
for
can
the
cook fish in a great crust of salt, don't you? I mean, you can do that. And
that's done with egg whites and basically sea salt. But this is almost a salt crust as it is. So.
Because we're cooking it for a longer time than what we would fish, we mix it with a bit of flour and stuff like that, so the salt doesn't permeate too much within the actual shoulder itself.
I mean, it seems to me what you're talking about the lamb is you're not the expression "you are what you eat," but actually what you're saying is "you are what you eat eats."
Yeah, I mean, well,
yeah.
I mean, my motto when I'm creating dishes, when I'm cooking, is what grows together goes together. So we take one core ingredient like that, like the salt marsh lamb, and we look at the other ingredients that grow harmoniously around it, and just to this recipe, there's literally no food marked if you're right by the coastline. So just colouring off the lamb first to get a little bit of roast sort of flavour into it. I'm making some seaweed butter with sea lettuce as well. I didn't explain that one. It's just like another seaweed, essentially. We just blanch it quickly. We're going to mix it with a bit of butter.
That's the pastry, by the way. What you need to do to that is once you've got to that stage, then you wrap it up in cling film, right? And I've got one, which you need to rest this, don't you, first? So you just rest it.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's quite a short sort of recipe, isn't it?
Rest it for that one. There you go. And that's your...
You can make that salt pastry actually a day in advance, to be honest.
OK. That's that one. You roll it all out, yeah?
Yes, please. If you wouldn't mind rolling it out so then we can get the seaweed butter spread on it, and then we'll put all these fantastic herbs in it.
Yeah.
I've just taken the trim as well from the lamb. Oh, crikey. So just taking the trim from there. Steady on.
You need to get it started, don't you?
Don't take it out of the pastry. So I've just taken the trimming from the... I've just taken the trimming from the lamb. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to roast it off and make a very quick sauce with it, nice and light, because, of course, it's with the shoulder of lamb. It's going to go nice, gelatinous and sticky. It will need a lot of sauce in there as well.
Yeah. Now, you've been on your travels as well, haven't you? You're about to go on your travels. What's this about America?
Yeah, well, I'm popping over to America for a little bit. I've been invited to go out there and cook on one of their TV shows out there and compete. Just show them how us Brits do it, you know?
What is it about you, like? You know, you get America, he gets Malaysia, you've been back from the Maldives. I've got Glasgow tomorrow.
Where are you in Glasgow tomorrow?
Yeah. I love Glasgow. I love Glasgow.
Isn't that somewhere in Spain? Or?
No, I like Glasgow. No, not Glasgow. I like Glasgow. It's great.
Says he with a slight edge of panic in his
No, I do like Glasgow. I do. I learnt a new dish the other day, a Glasgow salad. Plate of chips.
Plate of chips.
Great.
Have you had the kebab, deep fried kebab meat?
No, I've never had that.
Try that. Well, you have a few
I shall try it when I'm up there.
It'll be very appealing.
Sounds good to me.
Frozen pizza.
Right, rolling this out. Now, you're cooking the potatoes in this as well, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're a fantastic variety of potatoes which grow in the same sort of... they grow at their best in the same sort of area as the lamb, so it all goes hand in hand, hopefully. I'm just making a seaweed butter to go underneath that. It's very simple.
Always get somebody else to do this at home. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, mate.
Yeah, I need it. There you go. Right.
Right, so simple seaweed and butter, blend it. And it's amazing how well these flavours go.
Seaweed and butter. And that's, like you say, from produce the same area.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Right, got a little bit of pastry there for the spuds.
Lovely, lovely. Oh,
Okay, you want me to do that?
Yeah, well, I can do it quickly for you.
You all right?
Spread a little bit of the butter on. There's no salt in this either, because remember that it all goes onto the paste. It all comes out of the pastry.
Take that out.
Oh, cheers, mate. That's easier.
There you go.
Lovely. Spread that over there like that.
Okay, you got a little bit on there, Chef,
Sorry, Chef. Yep.
for potatoes.
Lovely.
There you go. You want a few of these herbs in there? You're going to put in.
Yeah, as well. The sea aster and sea purslane. Just pop it on there, like so.
There you go.
Bit of sea
These
aster.
for the little potatoes.
Yeah, purslane there. Well,
Okay, chuck your
Lovely.
lamb on. Spuds. We'll just wrap up.
presentation side down. Wallop like that. Brilliant.
And then fold this over
Eggs.
like that. There you go.
Brilliant.
So the idea is you roughly do this, but it's all sealed in.
Yep.
So when you flip it over,
You know that lovely Old English word, a huff?
a huff.
That's a huff of pastry.
A huff of
A
pastry.
huff.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of huffing and puffing that went into it.
Right, there you go.
So just to finish it off, with the egg yolks that's left over, I'm just going to brush it over there, and it's going to and that'll give it a real beautiful shine. Because I think it's this when you cook this sort of dish, it's a real centrepiece and a real occasion. And when you, hopefully, we're going to crack one open in a minute, and you'll see a great huff and a puff of steam and stuff
You've
like
got
that.
the potatoes in there as well.
Yep, I'll glaze that up as well.
Yeah.
Sprinkle the old sea salt on top as well, just to give it, just for the old presentation.
Okay, now these potatoes cook obviously quicker, so these want, well, how long?
They
40
take, yeah, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And this one?
This takes 4 hours. 4 hours at 140, and it comes, yeah, because I mean,
And don't forget that all today's studio recipes, including this one from Tristan, are on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. You find dishes from our previous shows on bbc.co.uk/recipes. There we go. And we got, wait, look at this.
oh, there it is.
Look at that.
That's the beauty. Look at that. It's a real
Beautiful,
occasion when you see that sort of thing.
Grabbing our potatoes out as well. These look like little jacket potatoes. They look great, don't they?
Stuff.
Those. Right, your sauces, you got the trimmings left over.
So what I've done, I've got the trims, I've sautéed it, and when they've gone nice and brown, touch with water, let them caramelise, reduce down, caramelise again. And repeat that process 3 times, so touch more water. I'll add the last little, just touch of water in like that. It gets all the nice caramelised bits off the bottom of the pan into the thing.
There you go. Bit of stock in there.
Yeah, just stop.
Right, we're ready
That's
when
the
you
old
are.
white wine. Brilliant.
Oh, what are you doing with these little greens?
Just sweat off some spinach
Yeah.
and some
butter.
sea beets. Yeah, butter, please. Definitely butter. Definitely butter.
Didn't need that bit.
Not that bit of butter.
Excuse me.
It's fine. I can always use oil.
Carry on, nobody's noticed.
Nobody's noticed.
There you go. Butter.
Lovely.
There you
Butter,
go.
spinach, sea beets, cook them together. A touch of water as well, just to help it come together. And create that steam, because you don't want it to fry and colour on the base.
Right, how do I get this thing off here?
Yeah, right. Let's do it. Oh, crikey.
Right.
Stuck on there, isn't it? Right, we need a beautiful big knife. Here we are. This is the exciting bit.
We'll leave it on here.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks lovely on that tray. Presentation spotless, beautiful. No! You've got to be delicate. Oh, no, go on, give it a crack. Go on, give it a crack. If I put it on... No!
Go on then.
Just gentle. Right, so if you get your knife in along the knuckle edge, and you just crack it round like so. There we are.
And if I break these potatoes open, like this. Look at these.
And this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about.
Buds, look at them.
Here we are. Here, look, here's the magic. Look at the steam coming out of there. Oh, it's baking hot. But look at it. Smell the aroma on that.
It looks good to
Smell
me.
the aroma on that. Fantastic.
Looks good to me.
Fantastic. Right, and then all you need to do is carve it. You don't need a knife or anything like that. Just take a fork.
Right.
Take a fork.
Oh, I'll put that. I'll get you a plate. There you
I
go.
can put it on there.
Do you want a plate? On there.
Oh, yeah,
Go on then.
right. So just some of the sea beets on the base like so, nice and simple. Like that. And
Juice
then look,
buds.
look at it, where it goes nice and gelatinous and sticky. Look how moist it
Oh,
is.
they're hot, aren't they?
There's a surprise coming out of an oven. As very good.
Shock. Look at that, it's so gelatinous and sticky and moist there. You just
good to
carve
me.
it with a fork. I don't like the idea of a knife when you've got a dish like this. Get nice and rustic in it. Yeah, another piece. Let's get that, the whole piece on there like that. Whack it on there like so. And then a little sieve for the sauce.
We've got that.
Perfect. And just to finish it off, some wild sorrel, 'cause I think it's got an amazing acidity to it.
Oh, what I'm doing, in there.
I need a sieve.
I'm going mad, look at that. There you go.
There we are. Final touches. And of course, because it's been baked for a long time, it needs a bit of sauce to keep it moist and stuff like that.
Sauce over the top.
There, lovely. Sauce
Look
over
at
the top. Some wild sorrel on there as
Remind
well.
us what that is again?
So that is my shoulder of lamb, salt marsh lamb, baked in a salt crust with wild herbs and potatoes from the coast.
And I need a rest while you look at that. I have to say, it looks fantastic. It is worth the effort. There you go.
We'll put this here as well. You've got to smell some of the aroma as well from that.
Dive into that one. You dive into
A slow roast shoulder of lamb is one of my favourite dishes. This is what would be a food heaven. They said I could only choose one, actually. I would have had about 6. So, fantastic. I love it.
Dive into that. Tell us what you think. But, I mean, like you said, you could do chicken like that as well. It's wonderful.
Yeah, chicken works really well. Venison works really well. I mean, the longer cooking times, the sort of like legs.
It's beautifully moist and... I'm going to have a bit of the taste.
Just get your fork and dig it in.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
On potatoes, nice way of cooking them like that.
For me, it's a real Saturday night sort of dish.
Yeah.
Go to your butcher's now.
Exactly.
Get your lamb, get your salt crust, put it in the oven 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock will be perfect.
Take you a week, though, if you've got a dinner party for 12 to wrap up those potatoes. Right, what do you think? What do you think?
Serve a glass.
What do you think?
After. I think it's fantastic. It's exactly that. It's soft and seductive. It's perfect.
Girls, worth the effort?
It's lovely. The lamb is beautiful.
Absolutely, chef. Fantastic.
Happy with that? And the wine match?
Wine match is superb.